to work on just building our connection with our dogs and building safety with our dogs, letting them know that we are a safe place to be and we are a good person to hang out with. So that is the same as it is when you're building relationships with friends and loved ones as well. So what we're doing is having your dog with you and just being with them. So being present in the moment and noticing what they're doing. So as you have your dog and they're in front of you, usually, especially now, we have our phones, we have TV, we've got books, we've got all sorts of things that keep us distracted. And we are not present a lot of the time. And what happens when that is the scenario is our dogs start to learn that we can't be relied on to notice what's happening in the environment, and then it falls to them to be the ones that are noticing everything, which is why we are starting to get a whole lot more of our anxious dogs, dogs that can't handle things moving around, more reactivity, all of those sort of things stem from uncertainty and fear. And the more we can connect with our dogs and show them that we are here and we are aware of things and we can keep them safe, the more those start to decrease. So what we're gonna do, it's super, super simple. It's literally just paying attention. And so as you're watching your dog and you're hanging out with your dog, just take a moment to notice everything your dog is doing. Notice their eyebrows moving, notice them blinking, notice their ears moving, their tails moving, notice their heads, notice where they're looking. And if you see them looking to check something out, look over and kind of check out what they're checking out. Like, see what they're doing and really show them that you are paying attention to whatever is happening in their little world. And also show them that you're noticing their body positions and their energy and how they're changing. All of these little things are not only great for building trust and community and safety with your dog, but it is also a great way to find when things go wrong. Because if you're constantly watching your little dogs and noticing things, even if it's a few minutes a day, every day, you'll notice quicker when something is off. And that might be the difference between life and death sometimes. So as Lily's kind of sniffing around, doing her thing, and Carlos is kind of staring off over here, I might call them back. So you can do this one of two ways. You can either have your dog loose, or you can have your dog on leash. Either one is fine. If you have them on leash, you're going to be using this leash as a connection point and not as a barrier. So you're not going to use this to pull your dog back to you. You're not going to use this to stop them from going somewhere. It is literally just going to be a tether that gives you more communication. And if you're outside, definitely using the leash will keep them in a spot that's closer to you, so it's a little bit safer if you're in a public spot, and it's also better if you're trying to work on communication between the two of you, that they might sniff around one area and then finally get bored with it and then start to check in, kind of like Carlos is doing now. So as I'm doing this, I may pet my dog. So if I'm going to pet my dog when I'm doing this exercise, it's going to be when my dog is calm and when my dog is not demanding it. If you have a really anxious dog who's jumping in your lap and forcefully shoving themselves into you, that is not the time to pet them. That is the time to ask them to lay down beside you. And when they start to lay down beside you and start to back off a little bit, that's when you take a nice deep breath, release it, and settle your own nervous system. Make sure that you are nice and calm. Check in with yourself. You can even do some deep breathing exercises. And what you're doing is teaching your dog how to co-regulate. So Lily is doing the demanding stuff right now. So I'm going to kind of ignore it, and if she gets a little bit too aggressive with her demands, I might shake my arm or just kind of neutrally roll her off. And then when she gets down, then I'll pay attention. I'll do some nice deep breaths. You can see Carlos is already settling down with the deep breaths. And we're just gonna be here for a minute. they start to relax more, that's when I will give the attention. And because Carlos was nice and calm, I'm going to give Carlos some attention. Lily's trying a lot of different things, being a little demanding there because now I'm giving attention to her brother. Sorry, a little talking. Yes. So right there, that little moment of quietness where she sat down, she stopped making noise for a moment, and she just took a breath and waited. Even if it's a split second, that's when you can touch. Because that is when you're going to start showing your dog how to get attention, is when you're in a calm state of mind. Yes, and she knows that there's a treat in my pocket, so that's what she's begging for. Which doesn't mean she should get it, it's just, that's what it is. That's where she's doing these things. And knowing those sort of things, realizing why your dog is doing what they're doing, also helps with connecting with your dog. So a little kiss off. I don't know if you can see that in the video, but Carlos kind of came in to get some attention and Lily gave him a few little kisses to tell him to back off. It's my spot. There. And now, as I'm petting, if my dog stays quiet and calm, like Carlos is doing right now, he's doing his little butt dance, I can keep petting. If my dog gets overexcited, like Lily is doing, and getting more stimulated as I pet, I'm gonna go back to just paying attention and breathing, and doing some deep breathing until she settles. Because all of this overstimulation, you don't want to encourage that because it's very stressful for your dog's system. You want to encourage the calm. And the more you pay attention to the calm and the more you demonstrate the calm in your own body instead of co-regulation, the calmer your dog will get. Even if your dog is super clingy, super anxious, and super worried about things, the more you do these exercises, the calmer they will get and the more confident they'll get because they'll start to feel that you guys are working together as a team and they can start to feel safe about that. So I hope this helps. And this is also a great thing if you like meditation. Doing meditation with your dogs is fantastic for communication and building trust and building connection. All right, so if you have any questions, let me know. Do. And I hope this helps. This is another great exercise for the cold days and the rainy days that will be coming in a month or two.